In this video, we're going to show you how to install a shock on your Jeep Wrangler located on the rear suspension. Using a 19mm socket, loosen and remove the lug nuts. Now that we have all the lug nuts removed, go ahead, loosen, remove the wheel, and set it aside. Now we're going to put a jack underneath our axle tube here, our rear differential, and just gently raise this up just a little bit. We're not going to take it off of our lift, or you don't have to take it off of your jack stands. We just want to gently raise this up and compress our suspension a little bit. Now on the rear shock assembly, it attaches one end down onto the axle area, and then it goes all the way up to the top. And there are two 12mm bolts we want to go ahead, loosen, and remove. We're going to use a few extensions here. Get on up there. Let's go ahead and remove this other bolt over here. On the bottom of the shock area here, there's going to be a bolt. 19mm bolt head, 19mm nut. Go ahead and put your wrench on here. I'm going to loosen and remove this. I'm going to hold that shock and wiggle that bolt out. And then we'll go ahead and remove that shock. I want to go ahead and position your shock up into place. And put our bolt in. Get that nut installed. Now we're not going to tighten this yet. We're going to leave this bolt loose. Let's go ahead and install the two upper bolts up top. Now with the upper shock lined up, let's go ahead and get one of the bolts lined up in here. And we did apply some anti-seize compound to the threads on these here in case we ever have to remove these bolts again. We have that one side in. Put some anti-seize compound on the other bolt. And we'll feed that up and in. Twist that shock around a little bit to get it to line up. Now with both of these bolts started a few threads, we can go ahead and snug those down. Now when we're tightening down our lower bolt here, what you want to do is ideally put your back wheel on and lower the vehicle down to the ground. You want to go ahead and tighten these down in its neutral compressed position for riding because you don't want the bushing in here to bind up. You could always, if you have your jack, go ahead and jack the vehicle up until the vehicle just starts to come off of your jack stands or something like that that's supporting it. And then we can go ahead and tighten this down. Go ahead and remove the jack that you used to support that rear axle and set that aside. Torque your lower bolt to 74 foot-pounds. Torque the upper two bolts to 23 foot-pounds. Once you have these torqued, you can get and install your wheel. If you have not done already, you're all set. Go ahead and install your wheel. Go ahead and get all your lug nuts started by hand first, and then we'll come on back and snug them down. Torque the lug nuts down to 100 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.